Welcome to the demo of our new workflows feature. This is truly one of the coolest things we've shipped, I believe, in the recent times. And this will enable complete new automations with Valuecase. So many of you always wanted to do things like unlocking a new page when a form is completed or a task is completed, or maybe sending the customer notification when a specific task is done, or even sending an internal notification when a specific form is done and you have to kick off the next workflows. And things like that are now possible. Before they were as well if you use something like Zapier or Make, but we really learned you don't really want to go there and it's just a huge friction. So we built our own workflows feature that will enable tons of these automations, and we are launching the first use cases today with the intention to adding much more in the future. Now, I want to show you a first example. I have a simple onboarding space here, and you see that I have a simple 2-week free trial journey. And there is actually another page in this space that is currently hidden, which is after basically the onboarding. We want to unlock a new page with further information, deeper features, things that we don't want to show in the beginning because we want to have a very simple path to life. So let's go here to the decision time. Now, as soon as this checklist is complete and I have the final task done, the user now gets a pop-up. You are live, celebration, congratulations on going live. I can now click refresh now, and this will actually show the new after go live page. And it will also trigger, if I want, an email notification to the customer saying, hey, there's new resources in your space, please check them out. And this after go live page just says more advanced resources, etc., etc. It doesn't matter too much what's on here. It just matters that you can now do these workflows without even having to lift a finger. So when your customers go through their workflow and through their checklist, their forms, etc., you can now run these very neat automations. And let me show you how these are set up. Okay, when you're an admin or a template or space manager, you will find our new workflows feature in the sidebar here under assets. And here you already see the two workflows I just showed you. The first one, unlock new page. The second one, pop up on go live. And both of these react to this specific task when the go live or the checkout is actually complete. Now let's go to unlock a new page. This is targeting the template sandbox onboarding, and that's the space I showed you that's using this template. And it now has a trigger and an action. All our workflows have a trigger, so that's what starts the workflow, and then they have an action, so the actual thing you want to do with that workflow. And in this case, it's a bit more complicated, and you will take a second, I guess, to wrap your head around it, but when you really understood it, it's really cool. So the trigger here is task completed. I have an action plan. I could use another action plan here, and then I have my task, and I can just search through all my tasks. Now, this is the trigger, as simple as that. Basically, this task gets completed. And then what happens? When this happens, I set a property to a new value. And you might be familiar with our properties. Our properties enable you to do the content automation, meaning you have a property like the stage, and in phase 1 you show X, and in phase 2 you show Y. The big difference here now is that you can set these properties automatically. So it ties together our content automation with these workflows. And here's the property stage, and I set it to the value phase 2. So the task is completed, set this property to phase 2. And then I have an option to notify the user about this. This will trigger a standard in-app notification, but I wanted to customize the pop-up, so I turned this off. Now, let me go back to that space so you can exactly see what happened here. In the sidebar, where you see my pages, you basically see here under after go live, if stage equals phase 2, then show. So this page is only shown when the stage variable is phase 2. Otherwise, it's not shown. And when I created the space, I basically left this blank, or maybe I put in phase 1. And then when the task got completed, this is the property that actually got automatically changed and unlocked that new page. And this is what's so awesome now. It basically ties really together our features here that enable you to do complete new automations. And I think you can build stuff with this that we didn't really think about. And what is really, really great about the content automation, it works on any item in Valuecase, right? It works on pages, on blocks, on specific milestones, on files, so you can do very fancy things. And then the second workflow here is my notification workflow. This has the same trigger as the other one, so same task is completed. And then it has the action to send an in-app notification, a pop-up in the space basically. And here I can configure the pop-up title and the pop-up message. As simple as that. I save and then I have my workflow basically configured. And these are the two things I just showed you in the demo earlier, but now I want to show you how you can configure a new workflow. So just click add workflow here. Then you have to put in some name and you have to select the template. So let me select the same template. Now, what is important about this, you can't add the workflows for already existing spaces. As soon as you create a space from a template, it will just have the workflows that are now already configured, and you can't configure a new workflow and expect it to already existing spaces. It will only work for new spaces you create from that template. And I can select a trigger here. So I can do form completed, I can do space inactive, task completed, and then there's a fourth one, which is property set by workflow. This is a bit more advanced. This enables you to not only change a property, it also enables you to listen to a property change. So you can basically chain, for example, if stage changes, you can do an action and trigger an action like sending a notification. Now let's go to space inactive. This is a really cool one. We have been asked for this quite a bit. Now what this will do is you can set a number of days here. So for example, I could say 10 days. And if you send out a space, or like if you create a space and it has no visits for 10 days, you can decide to send a notification. Either maybe to yourself, so you can do just an email. I think that's what makes sense here. Or you can even send it externally. So you could remind your customer, hey, please visit this space, right? It's still online. Please go here and check it out. Or you can even notify somebody else if you want to. And this would just be a very easy way to pull your customers back into Valuecase. And then you can even make this cooler. For example, you could say if space inactive for 10 days, maybe set a property to unlock a new page and then text the customer with a separate workflow. Dear customer, space inactive 10 days, right? Again, the same trigger. Dear customer, there's a new page unlocked in your space. And then the customer would have another reason to go back to that space, which is really, really cool and enables new ways to design your customer journeys. Now, these are the workflows. We would love to help you getting started with it. So please feel free, reach out. Happy to show you what you can do with it. Happy to brainstorm how it could improve your templates and your customer journeys and maybe make your life easier when working with Valuecase.